it's all good, brother. I mean, I'm vibing so high and coming from such a positive place. The people that are with me, I'm going to reward them with accolades. The people that aren't with me, I'm going to win them over and make them my friends, and they'll be my biggest supporters in the end.
And Hulk, I was talking to my lady about this yesterday, just about how I truly enjoy watching TNA a lot these days, just because it seems like there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of young talent, and I was curious on your end, being the guy that now just walked in, you're the new guy over there, you're kind of like the new sheriff. What new guys, what talent over there are getting you pumped up? The guys that you want to give a push to see kind of become the next big thing in the wrestling world?
Well, I'm a huge fan of this.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Awesome Kong. I'm a huge fan of Matt Morgan. I'm a huge fan of Sting if he still hangs around. The kid that's the hood ornament of TNA, AJ Styles, he's proved for the last 7 years that he can go with anybody in that ring. When he goes through the airport, brother, a lot of people know who he is, but I want to tweak his character. I want to give him a little bit more life, a little bit more of that little charisma, brother, so that when he walks through the airport, everybody snaps their head and they say, was that Ric Flair? Was that Hulk Hogan? Oh, no, it's AJ Styles. I mean, there's a way to dial these things up. They've got a lot of talent, so there's a lot of people there that I've been watching, and I'm hooked on a lot of their talent.
It's funny you mentioned Awesome Kong. Does that chick scare you? She's a huge woman, and she just beats the crap out of all the other TNA knockouts.
Well, that knockout division is running kind of wild. I mean, they got all kind of crazy stuff going on. They got the beautiful people running game.
Oh, yes, they do.
I've yet to see Lacey Von Erich have a match, and I'm a little worried about ODB drinking out of that flask. But we're going to have a talent meeting today, and I'm going to call everybody out and see what they're made of.
And Hulk, I have to ask you, just because when you were in studio with us, man, I was really just impressed with how honest you were and how open you were about just the stuff that was going down in your personal life, and of course, you talked about it in your book. And I'm wondering, you had such high hopes for being able to have a good love flow between you and your ex-wife. You surely felt like you still had great respect and love for her in spite of everything. And I'd asked you whether or not the same could be coming from her. And at the time you didn't know. And I'm wondering, how has the familial situation improved since the book has come out, or how not improved, or even how's it been since the book has come out?
Well, I mean, it's a situation. If you, and I don't want to beat you up with religion or Bible thump you, but if you love somebody, it comes from your spirit, from your heart, and it's something that'll never die. And when I said till death do us part, for better or worse, I meant it. And I'll always love Linda. I know now that, she truly didn't love me, and I really tried hard to be her friend after the divorce, but she's got some issues. She needs to, work on them to address, but right now she's in a whole other world, brother, and I just got to stay away from all that negativity. So right now, as much as I'd love to be friends with her, that's not a possibility.
Yeah, well, Hulk, I'll tell you, I know how tough that is to remove yourself from a situation that you're so entrenched in, and realizing just how bad it is for your own body, your own spirit. It's probably one of the toughest things any human being has to face when somebody who you really care a lot about is actually really bad for you to be around. That is not an easy thing to do.
Well, the good part is I've got both of my kids with me now, and they've heard both sides of the story and everybody else's side, and they made a decision. They know what I'm all about. And, at the end of the day, I just pray for Linda and hope that she becomes happy because, that all that negative stuff, man, that creates dis-ease. And that's called disease in your body, and all kind of crazy stuff happens if you're not, happy and positive, and you're creating stress and drama. So I've moved on from that. This is the second half of the game, brother. And one of the things that's so exciting is I get to go back to work and do what I love. So tonight's a huge night for me, brother, and maybe my ex-wife will be watching. I'm sure she will be, brother.
Of course.
But on Spike TV at 8 o'clock, man,
hey,
with all your help, brother, with all your help, if I can bump that needle a little bit, there'll be a second day, and I'm really excited about tonight.
Hey, Hulk, I got to ask you, because I read on that ProWrestling.net site, they mentioned that you want to bring back the 4-sided ring for TNA, because TNA is a 6-sided ring. Is that true?
Well, I got a real problem with that ring. I'm actually going over there to evaluate it again right now. I'm probably about an hour away from Orlando, and I want to take another good look at it without anybody around in my ear, because some of the people that were around me were pitching it. Some of the other people hated it. I mean, I got in the ring, and I messed around in the ring a little bit. It kind of looks like a playpen, and it's like a weak version of an MMA ring. And the wrestlers don't do anything different in there that they would do in a four-sided ring. The only problem is they're a little bit limited because the ropes are shorter. You can't get as much momentum. You don't have as much room to move around in. And that's one of the things I'm doing this morning before anybody gets there. I'm going to go evaluate that ring and make the final decision if I'm going to burn it down or keep it.
Wow. Well, Hulk,
that's awesome.
Hulk, thanks so much for spending time and being as open as you are. And I sure as hell wish you guys and TNA's Monday Night Impact a lot of success. It sounds like you surely want to do things differently than another organization does, and I can always applaud that.
Well, you're pretty much on the money, brother. Because when people talk about competition, I don't want to compete with them. I don't want to do anything close to what they're doing. I want to put out a better product. And if I compete with them, that means I'm going to try to do something better than what they're doing. I'm not into what they're doing at all, brother. That's not what this business should be about. Not with writers not with some female writer in the back telling every male wrestler what to say and how to wrestle.
Wow.
I'm all about the art form. And if you don't have it in your blood, if you can't talk and you can't wrestle, pack your stuff up and go to the WWE. That's what they do there.
Wow. Wow.
Hulk Hogan.
That's awesome. Hulkamania is running wild today.
Yeah.
Well, Hulk, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for being with us. Much success. And again, it's tonight, 8 o'clock on Spike TV, Comcast Channel 57, HD Channel 659, TNA's Monday Night Impact, and Hulk Hogan on the scene and dominating. He wants to dominate big time. Hulk, we wish you a lot of success with that.
Thank you, my brother. Tonight, 8 o'clock, Spike TV, we're making history. We're changing the wrestling business one more time, brother.